Are you a business owner who wants to attract your ideal client? You are in the right place. Welcome to the workshop, Attracting Your Ideal Client, presented by Beth Caldwell. Beth owns her own public relations firm and is a business coach and consultant to hundreds of business owners and entrepreneurs throughout the U.S. and Canada. She is the author of the popular book, I Wish I'd Known That, Secrets to Success in Business. In this program, you'll learn step-by-step strategies on attracting your ideal clients and keeping them. So get your pens ready and enjoy the workshop. Now, here's Beth.
Hi, it's Beth Caldwell. Welcome to today's workshop. Today we're going to be discussing attracting your ideal client. What is client attraction and why am I here telling you about it? Well, I have my own public relations business and I have learned as a business owner how to attract business, not only for my own personal business, but for the businesses of all of my clients. And today I'm going to share with you some of the lessons that I've learned while growing my business, while growing others' businesses, and teach you some of the strategies that I've learned and some of the strategies that I continue to use so that you can grow your personal business to capacity, put it on autopilot, and work less while you're earning more. Does that sound good to you? I want to turn your attention right now to your own business. Who are you? Why did you start your business? Why are you doing what you're doing? Now, we all have different reasons. For me, I started my own business because I needed flexibility. It wasn't in my personality to sit in a cubicle, follow rules, and be around negative people. I didn't like other people telling me what I was worth, and I needed really flexibility so that I could keep my family priorities first, but still earn a decent living. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you start your entrepreneurial or solopreneur business? Think about that. Because sometimes after we begin our business, we get so busy doing the business that we forget why we started it. Some of us can get so busy worried about paying the bills that we forget why we started this endeavor to begin with. I have a tough question for you. Is being a business owner what you expected it to be? Are you where you want to be? Do you have all the clients that you need? And are you being paid what you're worth? If you started your own business to have flexibility and more time with your family, is that working? If it's not, let's see what we can do to fix that today. Attracting your ideal client is a process. It's a process of having systems in place without you having to be an aggressive salesperson. Are you ready to get started? This is a really exciting workshop for me. I love teaching this. I love helping people to grow their businesses and to make a lot of money. Now, I've learned that there are 6 steps to attracting all the clients that you need. I'm going to tell you what the 6 steps are now, and then we'll go through them one by one. First, you want to identify your ideal client. People tell me all the time, oh, I can work with anybody. I can work with, for example, realtors. I'll say, who's your ideal client? Well, anybody that wants to buy or sell their home. Well, sure, of course that is, but who do you really enjoy working with? We want to identify your ideal clients, and I'm going to talk to you about that. Step 2, create your marketing system. No matter what you're in business doing, you're in the marketing business. That is a huge priority for you, to market your business so that people can find out about you. 3, establish yourself as an expert in your field. 4, make it easy to do business with you. 5, make it easy to find you. And 6, repeat steps 1 through 5. Let's talk a little bit about identifying your ideal client. I want you to take serious action to attract your ideal clients. So first, you need to identify who they are. Now, this doesn't have to be difficult. Your ideal client is someone who enjoys working with you, who you enjoy working with. They're someone who pays you and pays you what you're worth. There's somebody that thanks you and somebody that refers you additional clients. Can you think of anybody as I mentioned that? You want to become your ideal client's problem solver. You want to be their leader. And when you do that, there will be a line of people waiting or willing to pay you to follow your lead. Become their problem solver and then show them how to find you. So let's begin by identifying your ideal client. Think back over the last several years or however long you've been in business. Which of your clients do you love working with? Which of the clients pay you on time and every time? Which of them refer you business? Think about that. And as you begin to identify your ideal clients, let's think about how you can tailor your message to this ideal client. Who are they? Where are they? What are their problems? What do they read? What do they watch? What do they listen to? Now, as you do that, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, for an example, you are a professional organizer. A professional organizer can be a range from someone who just makes your office or your home look very attractive, somebody that comes in and does things for you. They could also be someone who works to make your space functional. There's a variety of different types of organizers. And to that, they have a variety of different clients that make a perfect fit. Some organizers love to go into a room with a great big mess and they like to make order of it and fix it. Other organizers can't stand to go into those positions. Think about if you are a fashion designer. You like to work with busy, everyday working women that have to go from daytime morning jogs to evenings at the soccer field, and in between they have to be executives. Or maybe you're a fashion designer that only likes to work with the haute couture, only with the dressy evening gals. You kind of already know where you like to be. Let's think about that client. Instead of just saying, I'm open for business and I'll take anybody who comes to me, let's look for that ideal client, the one that you're passionate about working with. Now, once you identify who they are, you have an option here. You can take out a full page ad in the newspaper, get a big page in the yellow pages. You can invest in telemarketing, buy a billboard, or you could create a marketing system that will have your ideal clients calling you and referring your business. What would you like to do? Well, I hope you want to do the smart thing and create a marketing system, which is step 2 in our process. Now, marketing to your ideal client needs to be your number 1 priority. By making this a priority, you're going to avoid what sometimes happens with business owners, which is the feast and famine tendency. When you're a service-oriented provider, sometimes you'll find that you are busy, working, and you're so busy working that you're not recruiting and attracting new clients. And then when you're done working with those clients, you suddenly have no clients and you have to hurry up and recruit again and market again and network again. If you begin to market consistently throughout your business, through your busy seasons and your slow seasons, you are going to begin to eliminate that feast or famine syndrome. So having a marketing system is a crucial priority in your business. Think about this. How often are you intentionally marketing your business now? What do you do to market yourself? And how often are you doing that? Some people do it daily, weekly, monthly. A lot of people do it occasionally. A lot of people do it only when they have time. Some people do it all the time, and sometimes they're marketing all the time, but they're not working all the time. It's really tough to find a balance in that area. But, it just requires a little bit of planning, a little bit of thought. To create your own client marketing system, you're going to need to identify, number 1, what are the results and advantages of working with you? What's great about you? What do people thank you for? What makes you stand out from your competition? What's different about you? You can find that a lot often by what people thank you for. What are people thanking you for? That's one way to set yourself aside. Now, here's another really good one. What would people pay anything for you to fix for them? What is it that you fix that nobody else in your field does quite as well as you do? Okay? As you're identifying this, you know why people need to do business with you. But now we have to get them to know how to do business with you. We're going to do that by number 3 step, establishing yourself as an expert. Establishing yourself as an expert is one way to have clients to begin calling you and referring people to you. Now, if you're brand new in business, you might not have any way at the moment to establish yourself as an expert, but what you can do is you can tell your story. Why you do what you do, why you chose to do that. As you continue in your business, you want to begin to collect and keep those thank you notes and testimonials that come in for you. Because what's going to happen is those testimonials and thank yous are going to begin to sell you for you without you having to do any work. Who can you ask right now that's a client or a former client for a testimonial? What testimonials do you have already? You want to become a resource for your clients. And as you continue to do that, you're going to continue to receive lots of thank yous, lots of testimonials. Besides testimonials, along with being a resource for your clients, think about things that help them that are aligned with your business. For example, I've used the example in my other workshops as a travel agent. If you're a travel agent that really, really wants to get that market of the honeymooners, then a resource for your potential client would be things about how to plan a wedding. This is something that you're giving for free information to help them. It's not necessarily going to be directly related to your business, but it really is a resource for your clients. Think of things that you can provide your clients, things that you already know, things that you've already used, that you can continue to have over and over again as a resource for your clients. You can use, to become an expert, you can use written information, which is really key. And if you've taken my other workshops, you know this. I'm really a big fan of having articles because articles really position you as an expert in your field. So I like to have, when I'm working with clients, I like them to have articles. I also like to have my clients with recorded information, with recorded interviews. If they don't have them from a professional level, if they've never been recorded or interviewed on the radio, I'll have my clients recorded just in a teleseminar or just in a recording over the phone, just a recorded interview with a buddy, something that really positions them as an expert in their field, somebody who would maybe interview them and ask them on tips for saving money, tips for losing weight, something that they specialize in. These things really, really help to attract people to you, and they get to know a little bit about you before they hire you. Here's some ideas for you. You can write reports, a free report, tip sheets. You can host events in your community. You can also do polls. You can question people. Suppose you're a financial planner. You might want to run a poll on, if you want to get the niche on college planning, educational planning, you might run a poll for parents. How many of you start an education fund when your child is born? How many of you do it when they're in preschool, middle school, elementary school, and so on and so on? Once you poll about 100 people, it has to be at least 100 people, you have a really interesting report that you can then provide to the media, provide to your mailing lists. Say, there's an interesting study. If you don't want to do a poll, there are other studies that you can find and quote and pass that information on. A newsletter, I'm a big fan of having a newsletter. Having a newsletter is a great thing, especially today with email. You can have an email newsletter that you put on, and what I love about it is that if you're giving good content, and by the way, I mean content, not buy this from me, or this is on sale, or this is my special this week, but actually giving great content with helpful tips and resources. When you give that, that can be, first of all, hosted on your website and looked at months after it's been printed. And also it can be forwarded on. I can remember when my kids were little, before the internet, and we were spending our time sitting on the bleachers at soccer games or baseball games. And what would happen if you knew of something good? If you had a great insurance agent, or you had a great travel agent, or a plumber, or whatever. If somebody needed that, you would dig around in your purse, or you'd find a piece of paper. You say, call Joe. He's great. I had him come and do some landscaping work. You really like him. Or you might say, I know this guy. I'll bring his number next time. Well, now what we can do is we go home after our baseball games and our soccer games, and we're sitting reading our email, and we get this great email newsletter. We say, gee, I was just sitting on the bleachers with Susie, and she was saying that she needed a good plumber. Forward it right to her. She gets it. She has his phone number right in front of her. Makes it really easy for you to be referred when you have an email newsletter. Okay? These things are great to be kept and forwarded. Think now about how you can become a resource for your ideal client. What can you do right now, today, to establish yourself as an expert? Now, I want to warn you right now, this is something that's constantly ongoing. This isn't something that you're going to work on today, tomorrow, and the next day, and then you're done. It's a bunch of little steps that you do in a progression. But think about what you can do right now. Okay, number 4, I want you to make it easy to do business with you. What do I mean by that? Well, 1, we want to make it easy for people to find you, but when they do find you, let them know not that you just offer one service, but everything that you offer. What's they saying? It's so easy to keep a customer than to try to keep getting new customers. One thing that I work with on people is identifying packages. don't just sell one product or one service. Identify packages that you can offer to make it easy to work with you and easy to take advantage of all your services. Now, this might be just not making any sense to you, so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Let's pretend like you're a carpet cleaner. Who needs a carpet cleaner? When do they need a carpet cleaner? Something that you use occasionally. It's not a regular service that you get. When do you need a carpet cleaner? Usually when you're just about to have company for the holidays, or maybe when you're spring cleaning, but it isn't always something that you plan on. And so if you're a carpet cleaner, you need to be first and foremost in the person's head when they decide, you know what, I'm going to get these carpets cleaned. A lot of times, maybe for some people, that's something that they plan and schedule. But I think for most people, it might be that there was an accident in the house and they just need a carpet cleaner, and they just might say, who do I know that's a carpet cleaner? They might go to Google. They might go to the Yellow Pages. Let's pretend like you're a carpet cleaner and you don't want to just go and do somebody's carpet one time and then hope that the neighbors saw you and remember your name, or hope that she remembers to pass you on. What if you decided to offer a carpet cleaning service, an annual service, that you came in 2 times, 4 times, 6 times a year? Now, if you did that, wouldn't it be a lot easier for you to grow and maintain your business? You wouldn't be constantly worrying about who's going to call you and where you're going next. Wouldn't it be great if you had service that was in a certain area of town and you weren't constantly driving all over the place? Think about that. Think about if you are a photographer, for example. Most photographers that I know and work with take photos of students, either grade school students for their yearly picture, or high school students for their senior picture. A lot of them do weddings. A lot of them some people specialize in pet photographs. Some do family things. Think about offering a service as a photographer where you do all of their family events. Maybe you charge them one fee and you get a package. Think about that. What if you're an attorney and that you want to work with small business owners? If you're working with a small business owner, wouldn't you like to also do their wills? Don't you wonder where they're going to? I recently worked with an attorney. I was actually in her office, and she said, I have a great referral source. The bank refers me people who have just become incorporated. And when you become incorporated, there are some legal documents that you need to fill out. And she said, I take all these documents and I put them in a binder. And she said, it's something that's required by law. The bank sends them to me. I do it. Most of them I've never seen again. And look at this. Some people don't even come in and pick up their binders. What should I do about it? And I thought, well, gee, if these people are in business and they're incorporated, aren't they doing contracts? Aren't they doing leases? Aren't they hiring people and having human resource issues? Wouldn't they need an attorney? Who are they using for that? So how about when the bank refers somebody to you that's brand new in business, just becoming incorporated, instead of offering them just to do their incorporation papers, why don't you offer them, hey, look, I can do your incorporation papers, or I have this great series of services that I offer for small businesses. It's a flat fee every year, and every year I will look over all of your paperwork. I'll do all your leases, and it includes your reincorporation papers, and it includes your minutes for your meeting, and it's this certain fee a year. Wouldn't that be great? Because then they're going to be coming back to you next year, and they're going to know who their attorney is the next time they need something. Because unfortunately, a lot of people just, when they need an attorney, they just pick up the phone and call someone. Somebody refers them to them, or they might be in the chamber, but they may not be someone that they have a relationship with. I hope that makes sense to you. Let's take, for example, a hair salon. Obviously, most hair salons offer different services. They offer colors, they offer perms, some of them offer manicures and pedicures. There's a friend of mine that owns a hair salon here, and she started offering jewelry cleaning while you get your hair done. And she charged $5 to clean your jewelry. This was a service that she had always offered, and occasionally people would do it. Well, she simply just made a change and put a little sign up right in the mirror when people are sitting down. She put on every mirror, get your jewelry cleaned while you get your haircuts, $5. Well, let me tell you something. After the first month of doing that, she began making enough money selling jewelry cleanings to pay her rent. Imagine how many people come in to get their haircut a day at $5 a piece. She'd been doing jewelry cleaning for about 6 years, doing 2 or 3. So she just simply changed one minor thing, and that is letting people know how to do business with her. They just didn't know about it before. It wasn't until she put it right in front of them. Okay. So I think that's, so please think about ways that you can make it easy to work with you. Oh, here, let me give you one more example, because this is my favorite part. Think about a professional trainer, a personal trainer, somebody that helps you exercise and work out. Now, the typical way to do that is you make an appointment, the person comes to you, and it's 2 days a week or 3 days a week or whatever. I have found that a lot of personal trainers will just offer one-on-one services and maybe one group thing a month. How about if we offer a package? Wouldn't that be nice to offer a package? Number one, if you're offering a package, two things are going to happen. One, the person, even if they don't show up for their training session, they're still going to have paid you because they're going to pay you on a monthly package rate. Number two, if they do pay you on the package rate and they do show up, they're going to get better results than, once a month or twice a month or 3 times a month, whatever. Better results are going to mean better referrals for you. Does that make sense? So instead of just doing, you don't always have to do things the traditional way. Don't think about the mold. Think about you and your business and what's the best for your business, and think about what's best for your clients. Okay, so we've made it easy to do business with you. Let's make it easy to find you because, hey, you're an expert. We don't want to keep yourself a secret, do we? I always teach people, I read a book a long time ago called The 1 Minute Millionaire. I read it when my children were very young. And in that book, I learned that you need to be marketing your business constantly, no matter what your business is. And the best way to do it, I learned in this book, was to identify your own personal $5 million marketing avenues. What are you going to do consistently to market your business? It's going to be different for everybody. For me, I do networking. Networking events are really good for me. I do professional speaking. I do some internet advertising and social media. Some people will additionally do actually paid advertising, such as paid advertising on the radio, paid advertising in print, or paid advertising in newspaper, or other print type of mediums. What are your 5 ways? And you know what? This is another thing. Choose your 5 ways that you're going to market your business. And if we had a live class right now, I would ask you guys to raise your hands and tell me what works for you in marketing your business. This is another thing that's a constantly evolving facets of your business. You choose 5 ways that you're going to market your business and you stay focused on those. And when somebody comes in and says, hey, do you want to do a billboard advertisement? You can say, you know what, this year I'm focusing in 5 areas. That's not one of them. If I change my mind, I'll let you know. It can keep you really on track. If you find your business wavering a little bit, you can go back to those 5 areas of marketing and you can say, okay, what have I been doing? What's working? What's not working? My first year in business, I used a lot of direct mail where I made a list of my contacts that I wanted to know, a long list, 200 or 300 people. And every month I would send out 10 letters just announcing my business and telling people what I was doing. And that was just one kind of slow and steady tool that I used my first year in business. I don't do that anymore, but that's so this list can change on a regular basis. But you do want to pick 5 and stick to 5 and do those and be consistent about them. Now, I want to give you a quote from one of my mentors, somebody that I greatly admire. Her name is Fabienne Fredrickson, and she's the founder of the Client Attraction System. Fabienne says, create a marketing system that works for you, implement it, and be consistent. Make it systematic, because once your systems are in place, they will become easier to implement and maintain. And that's from Fabienne Fredrickson, the founder of the Client Attraction System. So, bottom line is, it might be a little bit tough, just like creating your email newsletter was, just like creating your website was. It's a little tough to get it started, but once you get it started, it can get rolling. Think about how you can announce yourself in business today and how you can get yourself out there. Let's go back over the 6 steps to attracting all the clients you need. Number 1, you want to identify your ideal client. Number 2, create your marketing system. Number 3, establish yourself as an expert. Number 4, make it easy to do business with you by creating packages. Number 5, make it easy to find you. Get yourself out there. Choose your 5 areas of marketing. Do them consistently. And number 6, repeat. Good luck in attracting all the clients you need. After you take this workshop and you implement some of these strategies, please send me an email. I'd love to know what's going on in your business. Have a great day.
We hope you've enjoyed this workshop and that you will begin to attract your ideal clients immediately. Beth is passionate about helping business owners succeed and keeping them up to date with the latest tips, tools, and technologies for success. She is the founder and host of the Monday Morning Mastermind Program, a convenient mastermind program for busy entrepreneurs that meets via teleconference every Monday morning. For more information on this or other resources, visit Beth's website at www.iwishidknownthat.com. Thanks for listening.